Hey there, Dragonsworn. Today we're going to look at a few things that have popped up here recently. An article about some nonsense and a quote to go with it. And, it's one of those things that it shows, again, that there is a complete misunderstanding of the source material. Misunderstanding intentional or just because they haven't read the books or don't care. Who knows? Rafe Judkins is a fake Wheel of Time fan. There's no way he can actually think he's paying honor to anything. So we're gonna take a little journey here, a few steps to get exactly to the article that in question. I think that a lot of people probably already know what I'm talking about, but we'll get there. So bear with me here. So first, we're gonna start out with the definition of ta'veren. Okay, so let's read from the Wheel of Time wiki itself. Okay, which of course, it's a wiki, so I'm an expert now, right? But but this is a good place for at least some of these definitions. So ta'veren are people around whom the Wheel of Time specifically weaves the pattern with all surrounding life threads. No one is born ta'veren. The pattern turns them to be one. That is weird. It's so weird. The pattern turns them into one when there is a need, and they are only ta'veren until they fulfill their purpose. Okay. Now the Web of Destiny one is a little bit better too. I mean, that gives a pretty good idea. Basically, this is a person, male, female, whatever, depending on the time, that the pattern shapes around them. So events happen because they are around. Okay? A ta'veren is a central focal point for the web of destiny in the pattern. These people are spun out and used by the wheel to correct itself when the weave begins to drift from its intended pattern. Since the purpose of ta'veren is to influence life threads to create change, the destinies of ta'veren themselves are more strictly controlled by the Wheel of Time itself than those of an average person. These webs of destiny, I'm not going to say the old tongue, I can't do it, are almost always arduous for those that live through the age, but are unfortunately are an unfortunate necessity for the wheel. The more change required, the more ta'veren that are born. Now, I read this because I'd have to go look it up in the book, but I remember in the book that it's pretty astounding that 3 ta'veren are active at the same time. I don't think there were I'd have to look it up again, and somebody can tell me in the comments when there was. It was stated that there was more than one ta'veren active at a time. It's believed Lewis Theron was ta'veren and Arthur Hawkwing was ta'veren. I'd have to be honest. I'd have to look up to see all the ta'veren that were spun out of the web. So with that being read and said and stated, we're going to take a look at a quote that was posted on the White Cloak subreddit. Thank you again, White Cloak subreddit, by the idiot running this show. On the subject of Rand, Judkins said that he intentionally kept the hero as a background character in Season 1 not just to throw new fans off the scent. That's the only reason he did it. Full stop right here. I got all the rest of this is BS. And anybody that thinks otherwise is just fooling themselves. The complete reason that they put Rand in the background is because they didn't want new people to think they knew who the dragon was. They wanted to keep their mystery box. They wanted people to be guessing. That's why they kept going, oh, is Nynaeve the dragon? Oh, maybe she's not. Ooh, she's as bright as the sun. Maybe she is the dragon, even if she's not the right age. Blah, 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 blah. It's 4 of you. Oh, maybe it's 5 of you. Maybe Logain's the dragon. Give me a break. That's the complete reason that you did it. Okay? And in the process, you destroyed Rand. Okay? So I'm going to keep reading this quote, but I had to stop there because it's completely why. Because they didn't even, in the show, they don't give there's no reason for you to believe any reason why. There's nothing given for Rand to be the dragon at all. he's just mysteriously all of a sudden the dragon. And I think it was episode 7. It's like, ooh, he was doing this stuff all along. It's all bullshit. That's exactly why he did it. Okay? But I'm going to read the rest of this nonsense quote. Where did I leave off? In season 1, not just to throw fans off the scent, but because he felt it was more true to Rand's personality. Okay? So Rafe Judkins knows Rand's personality better than Robert Jordan, who wrote the books. And it made him the main character. I mean, I'm pretty sure they just think Rand is a crybaby because a lovesick puppy, because that's all he does in the whole series on the show. The show is all he does. The whole show is moon about Egwene and cry about Egwene, and then at the end when he says he's the dragon because the psychiatrist Black Wind told him so. Everything he did as the dragon to fight fake Ishii was because of Egwene, right? So it's all because of Egwene. So he's a lovesick puppy. So he doesn't know his personality at all. He also said that there would be big changes to Rand's arc in the next season. Maybe he'll actually have an arc or have some screen time or actually do something. That would be nice. Because he feels Rand is too immature in Book 2 to match the rest of the series. Fuck you. Like, what? Why? Because he goes off by himself? Because he's fed up with Moraine? Is that why? Like, because he ditches them because he needs to do what he needs to do. He's immature. Is that what we're doing? I mean, I guess it's not fair to say he ditches them. I mean, he ends up, with, spoilers. Well, with Selene. We'll just say with Selene and in Portal World with Hurin. But I don't understand why Rand is so immature. I mean, they're all have a level of immaturity because they're kids from a farming town. I would say naive is probably a better description. I mean, some of Rand's stubbornness starts to come through. Matt's the immature one for the most part at this point. So I'm not sure what he's talking about, and I don't care. Because obviously he sees completely different things in the books than anybody else that's read the books. So let's go on. Too immature, Rand. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So here he also hints that Season 2 will draw a lot on Book 3. Perhaps giving us an idea of how the show will condense the content of the books. So this whole statement is a load of steaming crap. So again, one, we're pretending that we're following the books, which we're not. Then we are now saying apparently that we're skipping all of Rand's content in Book 2, The Great Hunt, which some pretty good Rand stuff in there, if I do say so myself. Because, well, we need to get them to Falme, right? Since it sounds like, from what they've said before in that synopsis, if it's true, Rand's going to be in Falme by himself. He's just going to figure out how to get there. So, dealing with his dark side, because we all have dark sides, blah. Like, I'm so tired of this fighting darkness. Just let him be Rand and kick some ass. That's what I want to see. Yeah. So, anytime they mention condensing the books or any of that stuff, y'all know it's coming out of their ass because they're not following the books at all. So now we're saying we're gonna get rid of the Great Hunt in Season 2, and now we're gonna draw on Book 3 for Rand. So it's gonna be oh my god, it's gonna be a shit show. Let's just say it straight out. Get your popcorn and get ready to laugh. Maybe I hope I can laugh. I hope I can laugh. Probably not. I'm probably still going to get angry, but we'll see. Okay? So, now, I'm going on. We haven't even hit the article yet. But I mean, the more times I read this quote, the more I can see how disingenuous it is. It's just complete bullshit. And I think this has probably been put out there because people weren't happy. And I think they know people weren't happy that Rand was basically a third-tier character in his story. I mean, it's basic. He's the Dragon Reborn. He is the guy. Now, there are main characters, but he is the main character, and he was put way on the back burner that you can almost not see him at all. Most, people that hadn't read the books forgot about Rand. I mean, come on. How do you forget about Rand? He's the man. Rand is the man, right? So, I'm going to stop dilly-dallying, because I could probably go over this quote a million times and find new things wrong with it, but another bullshit, disingenuous quote trying to lead people to believe that they're following anything in the books. And that Rand's going to have an arc that isn't Egwene is the best and I love her, right? So now we get to the article. We can always count on Screen Rant for some complete bullshit, right? So now you can all see, and I'm sure anybody that's read this article, which I have a few times, so I may not read it word for word, and I may just give you my opinions here. But the title, Why the Wheel of Time Season 2 May Introduce a Sixth ta'veren. Silence is on purpose here because I'm going to take a silence to compose my thoughts, because this is the stupidest thing I have ever freaking read. I am so tired of this. I mean, all you have to do is look at the picture they've chosen. Who's in the center? Right? This picture pretty much encapsulates what's wrong with this series. Is you have Egwene front and center. Okay? Egwene is not the main character of the Wheel of Time. Okay? Does she do important things? Yes. Is she ta'veren? No. It's part of what makes her character great. I made another video about that. All the things she does despite being ta'veren. Not being ta'veren, I'm sorry. She accomplishes a lot, and she's not ta'veren. She does it without the wheel forcing people to do things for her. Okay? But you can... And Matt's nowhere to be seen. Of course, because, the show hates Matt, so, one of our three characters, an actual ta'veren, isn't in the shot. And we're talking about 6 ta'veren. Okay? So, Rand, Matt, Perrin, Nynaeve, and Egwene are all confirmed to be ta'veren. By who? The script? How do they know? They just see them and they know they're ta'veren? See, that's another thing that this show completely fails to do. They don't explain to the viewers that don't already know what ta'veren is. You can find it in their little extra crap on the Amazon Prime website. But they don't explain really what ta'veren are. At least not very good. Actually, I don't know if they do it at all. And then you got almost the second line in the first lines Moraine speak are that there's rumors of ta'veren in the Two Rivers. Okay? That's pretty big fucking deal, number one. And two, how do you know that? How do you know that? Are weird things happening in the Two Rivers? No, nothing's happening in the Two Rivers at that point until you got there. So how do you know there's rumors of ta'veren if nothing's going on? Things should be happening if there's 3, 4, 5 ta'veren at the same time there, right? That you know that they're rumored. Do you get what I'm saying? Is, in the book, they might not be ta'veren yet till they leave. Do you understand what I'm saying? Nothing is happening. Then the wheel needed them. They made them ta'veren. You hear me? Because to have rumors of ta'veren, weird shit has to be going on prior to your arrival. Nothing happening. So there's another fundamental misunderstanding of what the hell you're even writing. Okay. So, and then I didn't even mean to go off on this picture, but this picture pisses me off because it completely shows what they're going for, which is Egwene is the best. And even if, I still think they're going to try and make her co-dragon, I'm telling you, it's coming. But even if they just leave it as Rand is the dragon, as he should be, Egwene is still going to be better than him on every level. And it's disgusting. And I'm tired of it. And it's ridiculous. But let's read a little bit of this, because maybe just the first paragraph, because there's not much to this. We're going to leave the picture in there just to feed my rage a little bit. Wheel of Time Season 2 may add its 6th Ta'Veren to the core cast. Elaine Trakand. Why would Elaine be Ta'Veren? I mean, somebody made a comment on the White Cloaks Reddit. I think there was another topic on this same article that said, basically, I don't know if I'm quoting him or misquoting him, the poster, but basically, do the showrunners of this show think Ta'Veren means main character? Because I think that's what they think. Every main character that does important things is not Ta'Veren. It's different. Much, much different. As read earlier by what a Ta'Veren is. I mean, the Rand land better be sinking into the ocean if you got 6 Ta'Veren in the same spot at once. And then, as pointed out by Pat and Fane in the Season 1 finale, there are 5 confirmed Ta'Veren in Amazon's Wheel of Time show. However, the series could be adding one more to the mix in the very near future. Now, I know this is all bullshit rumor, but it comes from somewhere, and I really wouldn't be surprised if it's true. Would you? Would you? Would you? I wouldn't. But the biggest thing I get from this is Pat and Fane is confirming. How does Pat and Fane know what a Ta'Veren is, or how to identify them? How? Like, he's a gopher for the Dark Ones, like for the Forsaken. He's a gopher. You think they hand out information? I need that thing. You go get it. But guess what? We have no information about what happens to Pat and Fane in Season 1, so who knows? So he can just say whatever the fuck he wants, and nobody's going to question it, because he's a bad guy. He's got my draws with him. He's got a snarky thing, and he's going to kick up his feet and steal the Horn of Valir. What a badass. It might have been nice to maybe see some of the things that happened with Fane if we're to believe he knows all this crap. And why we're to believe he's controlling Mydrol, or why he has any... Whatever. I'm going down a rabbit hole. Sorry. I will bring myself back in. Okay? Ta'Veren is a complex and important term in Wheel of Time world. According to Fane... Here we go. According to Fane... Why is Fane giving us a Ta'Veren lesson? God, fuck... Man, they don't... They are... Oh, they don't know any... They just are the stupidest people. Why would, of all people, to explain what Ta'Veren is... Why? Okay. Focal points for the wheel. Essentially, a Ta'Veren is a person who possesses the unique ability to influence the future. The wheel weaves life threads around them, thus enabling them to create massive changes in the pattern and heavily impact fates of the people around them. The significance of being Ta'Veren is reflected in how rare they are. Not in this world. There's 6 of them. Which is why Fane is so surprised to discover the 2 roads. Oh, God, fuck off. How you gotta explain these things. How does he know? Okay? How does he know? Oh. And the reason I lump these, and I'm not going to read anymore because it's just all drivel. Okay? And they show a picture of the girl cast as Elaine, and Rand is supposed to be the most powerful. He not only is he the dragon, he's the most powerful Taviran probably in history. Okay. And he doesn't get any screen time or anything important to do in the first season. Do you get what I'm getting at? And now we're adding another Taviran. Apparently, we'll see. Probably. This is a rumor, but so is that another person that's going to call Rand a sheep herder idiot? And I'm a better Taviran than you are because I'm in business. How about we just let them be the characters they're supposed to be? They don't need to be Taviran. They just don't need to be Taviran. The 3 Taviran are enough. Because there's a big difference between small things happening, and I don't know, Perrin going back to the 2 rivers and Manetheren basically coming back into fruition. He creates a whole warring civilization and army out of the fucking ground. Do you see the difference? Egwene playing tower politics and doing well. And Matt forming a fucking army out of thin air because he's badass. You feeling me? We getting it? Bubbles of evil coming out of nowhere and inanimate objects attacking stuff in your sleep because you're that powerful a Taviran and you almost get killed by freaking nothing. Rand, right? Do you see the difference? Major events happen around Taviran. And that's not what happens with any of the girls. They do a lot of important things. Okay? But nations and armies and crazy, unexplained stuff does not happen around them. The real Taviran, it does. What do you think, guys? Do you think we're actually going to get a 6th Taviran? I think we're probably going to. At least they're going to call her Taviran. She isn't one, but they're going to call her. Do you think we're going to see, I keep mentioning it because I think it's important. We're going to see the brothers? We're going to see Gawain and Galad? Since we're talking about Elaine? Let me know. Do you want to see a 6th Taviran? You'd be crazy if you do, but we'll see. Is Egwene going to be better than Rand? Do I even have to ask? Thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe. If you want to see more from me, I appreciate you taking time to watch this. And until next time, all hail the Lord Dragon, and we'll catch you later.